Welcome to the Brew Revue.
My name is Matt, and this is my wife, Heidi.
You can usually find the two of us performing on the Las Vegas Strip and around the world.
But these days, we're performing in our living room for our 3-year-old.
All day long.
But tonight, we aren't in our living room. Tonight, we are at the Las Vegas Circus Center.
That's right, and we are here with all of you fine and fabulous folks to share some laughs, enjoy some acts, and to drink some beer.
You betcha. Now, the circus has reinvented itself time after time, and tonight is as good a time as any to keep that tradition going. So with that in mind, let's drink some beer.
We have to introduce our guest.
Christian?
Yes.
Nah.
He's got a cute dog.
Fine, here's a cute video of Christian and his cute dog. Gosh, he is kind of cute.
Yeah, cute, yes. Sexy, definitely.
That's gross. You're talking about a dog.
Well, let's drink some beer.
We're Wendy and Dave. We're co-owners of Craft House Brewery here in Henderson, Nevada. And before we get into the beer tasting, I know you're anxious, we wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory of why we built Craft House and how we built it for our community.
So Wendy and I graduated UNLV in 2004. So we headed on over to Europe, backpacks, traveling all around and having an amazing time in those communities and learning the culture. We also discovered, though, beer. We were immersed in the culture and, more importantly, the beer gardens, I'm gonna be honest, and we tasted some amazing flavorful beers, and it really brought people together. So when we came back to Henderson, we decided to create our own brewery. All right, without further ado, let's get into the first beer we're gonna taste, and that's Silver State. It's a blonde ale. It has 4.8 ABV. It's a little bit lower, so you can be laying by the pool or on the golf course or cutting the grass and have a few.
Let's try it.
Let's go for it. Cheers.
So with that low ABV, it's not really gonna make your head spin too much, so you can enjoy a few on a weekend. But let's get to something that's
really gonna make your head spin.
guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those variety acts and that first beer tasting by Craft House. I'm a fan of Craft House. Are you guys a fan of Craft House?
Yes.
Let's drink some Craft
Duh.
House. To
Duh.
you, Craft House, local. Yeah, man, it's made here. Yeah, it's a really good beer. So sitting here with us right now is our good friend Christian of the world famous act Christian and Scooby. If you know them personally, you might know them as Christian and Milo, though. Christian, thanks for coming here to hang out with us.
Yes.
No problem. I'm
We're
happy
so
to be here, reunited with you guys.
Oh,
a little while.
we haven't seen each other since the dressing room at the Cosmopolitan.
Right. I mean, I'm glad I'm seeing you this way now with pants on. So that's way better.
Yes.
Everyone is.
But my costume, I will just say my costume in that show was no pants. So it's not like I was just hanging out next to you with no pants on.
Yeah, but you like abused that costume.
Well, you never know when you're going to have to get called out onto the stage, so I was just always ready to go.
We also, I mean, we
That's-
knew when your act was coming up.
That's how it is at home as well.
Yeah, but you always got to be ready to perform. It's like when that song plays. What's that song that plays when the clowns are supposed to run out into the ring and entertain if somebody falls down?
I don't.
12 Feet
Christian's
Rag?
not a clown.
You don't know what it is? But you should know it. You were a circus boy.
But you're the clown here.
You should know it. You grew up in the circus, right? You were born in the circus, yeah?
I grew up into a circus family. Yeah, born on. My parents were on the Ringling Brothers circus show. Actually, I was born in Sarasota, Florida, which is like circus.
Of course.
Town,
Beautiful.
Florida. So, yeah, my mom told me the horror story about how she was holding me in from Chicago so they could just get to Sarasota.
No, are you
And
serious?
I'm like, oh my god, I don't know why you would ever do Florida. Yeah, and
That
she
is
was
hilarious.
like-
Just
and I was
hold
like,
on, honey. Just hold on.
That's a circus mom. That's
yeah,
a
That's
exactly.
hardcore.
I was that kid that was growing up into the circus, traditional circus family where it's like, we're going to teach you to unicycle and to juggle and to walk the high wire. And then at 10 years old, I started doing handstands.
So did they go from Ringling to Big Apple?
No, I went from Ringling to Mexico to my family. So on my mom's side, I'm a fifth generation circus performer. My Mexican side of the family is a huge circus family in Mexico.
What's the circus family name?
Circuit de Hermanos.
All right.
That's
Viva.
nice.
That was really
Very
good.
nice.
So, and then my dad, who did Russian bar and teeter board, got called up to the George Garden Circus, and we did a year there. Pretty much, my dad was working, and I also actually was working an unsupported ladder act with my dad on that show. So at 7, I made my debut at 5 though, because in Mexico, I was like standing on his shoulders while he was doing the unsupported ladder act. I had a safety line on, so
Wow.
I mean, technically I was safe.
Did you know the guy that was holding the other end of the rope?
Not sure. I don't even know. It might have been just
Just tied off?
onto, like,
Just
the-
for
Your
show.
dad had it tied to the bottom of the ladder. It's fine,
He's
whatever,
just
don't worry
holding
about it.
himself, so it
Did
was,
you ever want to do anything else?
Yeah, I always wanted to run away. And
You wanted to run
I
away
went
from the circus to
which
something
I
else.
finally did for college. But yeah, so no, there was a while. At 17, I was like, I don't want to do circus at all.
Yeah.
Because it was just, you grow up around it.
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
just- it's your life, and so it's kind of like, man, this is everything. And
You're a pretty well-adjusted person for growing up in the circus.
I have my awkward moments here. And
You were weird.
there. Yeah, still am sometimes.
I think so.
Yeah, but you know what? I've realized everybody's weird. So
That's
the
right.
older I've gotten, the more I've actually fit in.
Yeah, right? You embrace it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
you
You
kinda
become the
just start
person that
being
you were
yourself.
born to be.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I loved Craft House beer. It's the best beer I've ever had in my life. They have lots of different flavors and brands in their beers. And oh, look, we have 3 of them sitting right here on the table. Craft House beer, Henderson, Nevada.
So the second beer in your lineup is Evocation. That's our Belgian-style Saison ale. Saison sounds really complicated and fancy, and it's not. It just means seasonal. So it's a seasonal beer that was made for the farmhands working in Belgium. So if you smell your beer first, always make sure you smell it. You can pick up more esters or aromas that wouldn't be there if you just went straight in for the tasting. You should be able to pick up notes of lemon and pepper. And if you look at it too, there's a slight haze from about 25% of wheat used in there. So let's get into it and let's try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I already have been trying it. It's fantastic. What do you guys think? I'm happy. I hope you're happy too.
Magic is my weapon.
Do I look dry? Did it work?
You're definitely wet.
Akalero kansonga kakubye ndi mu mudu ya kigoma sagala nyombo kubanga eno sawa ya ndongo bagambye sagala nyombo eno sawa ya kigere wamasembera mulamu basoba sikyalosi nze sikyalosi ndi boss sikyalosi dance dance enjoy big tale enjoy abavubuka envumulo Kampala boys abavubuka envumulo eno biti ya bawa.
How are you handling the nightclubs being closed?
So tough.
That's it.
I'm out every weekend.
Are you out every weekend?
No. Okay. Okay.
You are out every weekend, aren't you?
No, but
Every other weekend?
I will say this: there is, if anything, this COVID thing has definitely made me sort of live more in the moment. It's something that I've had a hard time just because of that discipline. Probably when you grow up in the circus, that you're like, you know, you just the circus life, the actual circus life of being on the road is not like the most luxurious life.
Yeah.
So you learn to like appreciate and hold on to everything, and like when an opportunity comes up, you don't want to let it go, and you want to make everything. So this has been something that has been a little bit like, man, you know what? Like, all right, I'm 28 years old. You know, I'm not the youngest anymore, and I don't have to just take everything. Sometimes I can take just time to myself, and it'll be okay.
You've been working, doing halftime shows for quite a while now. How is that? What are the crowds like?
Working with the NBA was always kind of like a dream for me. You have your second persona. My second persona has always been that I always want to be an athlete.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the opportunity because I grew up into a circus family, traveling. I didn't go to a public school where I could play sports like that. So once I kind of got my foot in the door with the league and started working with the NBA, it was awesome. I like say it to myself sometimes, but like I found my own way to get on that court. And so that's super cool. And sometimes I get more minutes on the court than the bench players because some of them don't play,
that's true.
But I get more minutes on the court.
That's
So-
You
true.
get your time.
So-
Anything crazy, stupid, bad happened during an NBA game?
Yeah, the most embarrassing one was when Percy decided to take a dump on one of the basketball courts. That, I will say, is the most probably embarrassing moment.
Did the crowd notice and did they go crazy
They
for it?
noticed. I was trying to push his little butt down. So he wouldn't do it, but it was like I don't know how to explain. It just was like going back and forth, and eventually I was like, all right, well, you got to go. So I just waited.
You did?
I acted it out.
Music's
I was like,
playing.
all
Did
right,
you style to it? You're like, hey.
happy music, and I was like, all right, well, we're waiting on the dog to take a deuce.
Oh, jeez.
And I actually, speaking of sort of strict, I did get in trouble for that actually, and that was I will own up to that mistake.
What
Because
did they do? What did they just give you a scolding or did they?
Yeah, and I haven't worked for that team since.
Oh.
Okay.
So I think, I mean, it's also the way I handled it. They were people, it's one of these things that maybe you shouldn't do, but people within the league and friends that I've made in the league, like, they know I'm like a Toronto fan. That's my favorite basketball team. They happen to be playing against Toronto.
I was gonna ask. Maybe Percy had some.
So
Some
well,
motive here.
This is where that went because a friend of mine that's a reporter for the Raptors, for Toronto, before the game was like, make sure you guys stick around for halftime, the coolest halftime show we'll be performing. Now, after the act, he was like, hey, how big of a Raptors fan is Christian? So much that he taught his dog how to poop on the court.
Like,
So, well, me,
You think it's hilarious when I poop when we're performing, don't you?
no,
I think it's
just
funny.
you, dude.
no one does.
It's
no
just,
one does.
everybody laughs.
That's a...
At you.
Okay, so if you and me and Matt played a game of pig,
Oh.
who do you think would win? And keep in mind that I played basketball until my junior year of high school.
I think, without a doubt, I would win.
Let's play a game of pig. Yeah, ladies first. Are we rolling? Because I'm about to make a shot. Oh man, there's a lot of wind in here. They need to turn the HVAC off. Oh!
Stupid.
Right there.
Oh my God! I was robbed!
This close,
Yes.
but eyes shut.
Yeah.
Did that go in?
You heard it.
Eyes shut. Eyes shut, bro.
Just trying to get her out.
Eyes shut. You had your eyes open.
Do it again.
Oh, it was the eyes closed?
How many times did I say eyes closed? Anybody? You lost. Like that? Wait, you should take your shirt off. Can I have a practice flip? Can I have a practice flip? That counts. That counts. That counts. I drink a lot of beer, and I still got it.
He cheated.
I did a front flip. That's pretty
Right.
good for a clown.
And then he did a standing dunk.
I did a dunk, and you dunked, and I dunked. We dunked. Don't you have COVID? Get away from me!
Okay, we're done here. Let's watch something that takes some actual skill.
Oh yeah.
But check this out. Whoa, that was disgusting. I think you're gonna like this one.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Dave and Wendy with Craft House, and we're getting into beer number 3. Now, I've got to be honest, this one is kind of our wild card beer. It's a sour. It's meant to be drank slowly. Really smell the beer first. You're gonna pick up notes of toasted coriander. We've also added some lemon peel in there. It's light, it's effervescent, but it is very unique and distinct. Give it a try and let us know what you guys think. It's refreshing.
Zitron is definitely a slow sipping beer because it's tart. Matt, are you picking up on those subtle notes of coriander?
Whoa. Didn't you hear what they said? It's a sipping beer.
Oh, I know. I take big sips, and I'm just trying to get to that coriander taste, which, Wendy, I can taste. Delicious.
Okay, well, I think you just need to slow down a little bit.
I don't think so. What's the worst that could happen? Let's play with some fire. In a segment we like to call Folks on Fire! This is a segment where we talk to a circus performer who's doing something interesting or innovative and furthering the cause of the circus performer.
We spoke to Captain Frodo, a circus performer, a podcaster, father, all-around amazing human being, originally from Norway and living and working in Las Vegas.
So let's take a look at one of his artistic offerings, and then we'll have a chat with him. Captain Frodo.
Hello. How are you?
Hola.
Hello!
Can you believe it?
The way of the showman. Just the way your life has to flow and ebb and shift and change and all of that. It's quite relevant, and I'm sure it will give you ample material to talk about. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's initially I thought it was just going to be like rereading these blog posts and stuff from before.
Yes.
And that is still the sort of basis of it. But there's so much new kind of stuff that's happening right now that this is the first week when I just released one that came out sort of today. So that's I mean, I speak a little bit specifically, but I was speaking about get your shit together and go out there and do stuff, because this is a time where you're sowing seeds for the future in a way that, you know, don't just sit and wait for it to come back. You need to adapt in this time because the world has changed and it won't go back.
Do you see a trajectory, or is it right now you're just kind of opening the floodgates and you're just kind of flowing and you see where it goes, or do you know?
No. I'm not an opening the floodgates and see where it goes kind of guy, really. Yeah. I have a plan. I'm making it in seasons. That's so the rationale behind it is that for the last 15 years or so, I have been a writer, and I've been a very public performer, but I've kind of been a secret writer. I haven't talked about it so much. Apart from these blog posts, and there's been 2 sort of blogs I blogged for the last 2 years on an Australian Circus magazine, and that's also a hardcover thing, like an actual magazine paper. And also I wrote the blog for a couple of years just before my daughter was born. And a lot of the thoughts and the philosophy of what I do comes from this writing. And on top of all of that, I've done a whole lot of writing, and I was writing fiction. And that was in a way that the way of the Showman came out, because I was writing these stories, and from those stories emerged a kind of secret society. And the secret society is, idea messy. It's similar to the Freemasons, who have taken an occupation, masonry, and then taken the tools of the trade and turned them into symbols for how to live a life and how to behave in the world and all this. And I thought it's like the symbology of the circus and the carnival is so extraordinarily deep. The archetype of the showman or the clown or the magician, these are things that you find them on the tarot cards, and you find it in Jung's descriptions. So it's like, this is a very potent mythopoetic arena.
Seems like there's a narrative, whether you're spitting the narrative out or the narrative is just threaded into the story, is really interesting, which then to me, because part of it was going to be, is this something you're making for circus people, all people, what? But it seems like the more you have an interesting narrative like that, the more it becomes for everybody. And it's
that's exactly right. I'm speaking specifically about the showman, but I'm speaking about the showman as a person who faces the other and has something to show them / has something to present. So the showman is someone who has walked with the crowd, and then at some point they have gone, I have something to show, and they call for attention and they let you see it. And if the people, the others who are watching, if they are, if it is resonant with them, what you have to show and what you have to say, then it doesn't matter whether you're an author and you have written something and they're reading it and it's a metaphorical kind of show, or whether you're actually standing up and you're reciting a poem, or whether you're dancing, or whether you are, or this, it's just this aspect of where one human being meets a group of people.
Are you, in a way, finding an audience in a different way?
Absolutely.
I mean, the automatic feedback, but...
Yeah. That's right. I'm slowly getting feedback, through people leaving reviews, people leaving 5-star clicks, and people are writing comments back to me. And it has been extraordinary, the response that I've been getting.
Where can people find, I'm sure they can find it everywhere on podcasts and where everything is, but do you have specific places you'd like people to go where they can leave the best kind of reviews or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you can, reviews can be left everywhere. You can find my podcast everywhere where podcasts are found, whether it is Spotify or iTunes. Those are the two biggest ones, but it's also at Overcast and Stitcher. And you can find me on thewayoftheshowman.com. There's a contact for me there. You can find me on Captain Frodo on Facebook, or Frodo Santini, which is my name, which is also on Facebook. But all those Facebook links and all these are on thewayoftheshowman.com. And you put The Way of the Showman into Google, or you put it into any of the podcast things, and click subscribe, and they'll be coming into your box every Tuesday.
Thank you,
Good
Frodo.
stuff, man. Thank you, buddy.
Hey,
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's good to see
I
your
hope you
face.
guys will that you're well, and that everyone is healthy, and that we'll get out of this in a good way.
Yeah.
See you along the way.
Thanks,
All
bro.
right, take care.
Bye.
Give our love to the girls.
This is the traditional and beautiful Iron Jawhead.
times were different back then. No child labor laws, no OSHA, way more animal acts.
Yeah, a bit of sexism too.
Sexism.
Yeah. Back in the 1850s, there was a beautiful, very young performer, a lion tamer named Ellen Bright. The tender age of 17. People were uncomfortable with her being in the ring because she was so beautiful that they said a creature like that shouldn't be in the ring. And they were also pretty upset when she got her face bitten off.
Oh.
So we actually have some video of that. It's a little grainy, a little graphic. So if you're squeamish, you might want to close your eyes or leave the room.
Whoa! She definitely looked older than 17.
Okay, people looked older back then, so I think what you meant to say is that there were no animals harmed in the making of this film.
There was definitely an excessive use of force.
The lion was drunk.
Well, some people are high-functioning alcoholics.
And now a word from our sponsor.
All right, let's try the next beer in the lineup is Resonate. That is our West Coast IPA, so that just means that the hops come from the western region of the United States. India Pale Ales are known for their hop-forward character, so make sure you smell it first.
Yep.
You should pick up notes of pine and grapefruit on that. It is a little bit higher of ABV as well, so let's try it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's delicious. Now keep in mind too, some of the hops that we are using, they do have a little bit of an extra bite. So when you're drinking this one, just make sure you kind of sip on it a little bit.
Hey.
Oh.
What are y'all doing?
We're tasting beer.
Beer. Hey, can I have one?
No.
Hey, can you open that for me? I have weak fingernails.
Weak fingernails? You're a lion.
I can still eat you.
I suppose so. Here you go, Mr. Lion. With
cheers.
Weak fingernails.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Is there a lion tamer in the house?
Right? Call the zoo, somebody.
Oh, that's good.
It is good, isn't it?
I can feel it in my belly.
Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. I'm a black man in America, but I don't think you'd understand. I was just a little boy, but my parents knew the untold curse of being a black man in America, where diversity is never welcome. These restraints placed upon me to conceal my image. Weekly, I was dragged to the barber to shed my blackness. First my hair, then my clothes. But what about my clothes? They can't be too baggy, they said. They can't be old. They have to fit. You can't wear a hat. Don't wear all black at night. Wear a belt. Be presentable, and for now, speak proper. I must suppress my freedom of expression. In return, further oppression. Sense of confusion consumed me as I remember all they told me if I was ever stopped. Hands up. First and last name. Comply. Act calm. Answer questions. And make sure you're recording. Translated to, I know you see my blackness, but please don't shoot. I began to recognize this untold curse. But the system thrives on oppression. 400 years we've been held back. Walk in my shoes and you still won't understand. You go to a protest, you're frightened, you flee. My whole life's a protest. But my blackness, I can never leave. Back to the comfort of your homes you retreat. Stand by me. Injustice the enemy, I alone cannot defeat.
I am no warrior. Magic is my weapon. Magic is my weapon.
I can't keep up with all these beer tastings. I have barely finished a beer before we're supposed to open the next one.
You don't have to finish it. It's a tasting.
No, you should finish them. You should try. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how I can drink this beer quickly without using my hands. I'm going to balance it on my head and then drink it without using my hands. I'm nervous.
Me too. Is this what he does all day at the house?
Yes.
Oh, God.
You farted.
It is not easy.
Oh, man.
Christian, where did you go, bro? Get back over here. You got something. Can you do something interesting, please?
Your party trick was a fail. Oh. My party trick involves basketballs.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of times, people want to see a handstand or a backflip.
Yeah.
I avoided paying cover once at a club because I did a backflip outside.
Oh, yeah?
Saved $10.
Dang.
Anyway, this party trick involves basketballs and a handstand.
Oh, sweet.
So,
You can take your shirt off?
you just want to feel worse about yourself?
That's fine. I just want to see you with your shirt off. You shave your armpits?
Yeah. But not right now. We're in
Circus boy,
quarantine.
quarantine. He's a gorilla.
All right. Here we go. Concentration.
Woohoo!
Yeah! Oh, look at you! That was good. High five.
Try
No,
over
you got
cheek,
COVID. I'm
yeah.
not touching you. Heidi, you got anything for us?
Is that how you met?
Yeah. Milo, you got one? Wendy, Dave, you got any bar tricks you can show us?
You know what? I do got something. Ta-da! Yeah. No?
Let's just stick to beer.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so moving on. The next beer is Cuckoo. That is our Munich Dunkel Lager. So that means it's a dark colored lager beer. So lager yeast ferments at colder temperatures, but is known to kind of finish clean and refreshing. So if you want a beer for the summertime that still has some malt in it, so malt is what gives your beer the darker color, but you want it to not lay heavy on your palate, then Cuckoo is your guy. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Crisp, delicious. Enjoy.
All right, now you guys are in for a real treat.
Yes, because up to this point, the show's been pretty boring. What we have next?
All right, now you guys are in for a real treat.
Next up. Okay, let's go one more time.
You guys are in for a real treat now.
Yes, up next we have an artistic collaboration between Skip Shirey, a New York composer, producer, and performer. Sorry, let's do that again.
Still rolling.
And some wonderful, and some world, should I just say our dear friend Skip?
Composer.
New York City composer. Okay, let's just do it.
Do you
I'm
want
gonna
me to
nail it.
take it?
Nah, I got it. Let's roll.
All right, now you guys are in for a real treat.
Next up, we have an artistic collaboration between New York City composer Skip Shirey and some very innovative variety acts.
That's right, Skip has composed original music for each individual act. Please enjoy this uninterrupted entertainment variety. Oh! Variety times entertainment.
Who
It's
wrote
good.
this donkey
You too can paint almighty pictures. I'd like to invite all of you to Paints and Pints with Princess Wendy. Do you like to paint? Do you like to drink? Come and join me for Paints and Pints with Princess Wendy live on the interwebs. Are you f***ing sick and tired of this f***ing pandemic?
I really missed you all.
What do you need? A dream in your heart, something to paint with, and something to paint on. Painting is fun! And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? 100% of your ticket price will be a donation. Excuse me. And guess what? 100% of your ticket price will be a donation to Black Mamas Matter Alliance, because they are awesome. And remember, boys and girls, what was I gonna say? Can't wait to see you guys. I love you. This stinks.
Pardon the interruption, guys, but we still have one more beer. It's Bellegarde. It's our coffee stout. We teamed up with the local roaster, Vesta Coffee, in the Arts District to make this absolutely amazing beer. You'll get a lot of, obviously, coffee notes, very, very malty, very, very rich, a lot of complexity, but man, it's fantastic. Let's get into it. Cheers.
Magic!
Whoa.
What?
Magic again!
Oh, hey!
Ah!
Yo.
Ah! He just took our beer.
That's crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to the incredible Skip Shirey and all of those amazing variety performers.
Yes, and thank you to all of our guests on the show tonight. Christian, Frodo, Craft House Brewery, the Las Vegas Circus Center, all of the artists that submitted material, and to you for watching.
We had an awesome time tonight. We hope you did too.
We'll see you down the road.
Wow, he actually trusts you.
You think I could do a push-up?
Try
while
it slowly.
He's there. Can I try to do a push-up?
Yeah, go boy, stay. Good job.
Can you do a push-up?
Yeah, bro, I can do 1 or 2. That's pretty good.
Good job, dude.
Wow.
Good job, dude. Here's a treat for you if you want one.
Oh my God, you did not.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
It's pretty nasty. I've tried it. It's not good. I spit it back out.
I got it. Can I swallow it?
Yeah.
It's your body. Your choice.
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna get it down. Hang on. You know what's gonna help this piece of dog jerky go down is some Craft House beer. Oh man, that's gonna be in my teeth for a long time.